Did they cut your belly?
Welcome everybody to the Bob and Katie Show.
I'm Katie.
And I'm Bob. How you doing tonight?
Can I please tell you the story that I've been waiting like a week to tell you?
Wait, but first, you notice this fancy little iPad I have here?
Yeah, I see your fancy iPad.
I have everything we're going to talk about in order. So before you start jumping at me about the story about Riley, you have to understand that I got a flow here for us tonight. All right? I just need you to trust in the system. Think you can do that for me? Huh?
I guess.
All right, well, all I want you to do is just tap that page right there.
Hang on just a sec.
And it will...
I'm really sorry.
Are you really texting somebody? We're trying to have a podcast? We'll wait.
Okay. So what? Tap it? Just tap it?
Tap it and it'll reveal the first topic.
Okay. Why didn't you just say, yeah, that's what we're going to... You know, I don't plan things out that we talk about. I just sit down and I start talking. You're the one who has it all planned. I thought you misspelled my name for a second, and I was about to be mad.
So the first story is the one that you've been dying to tell me for 2 weeks. Let's hear it. I'm ready. I'm ready for it. Let's do it.
This was last week. There was one morning, the kids had woken me up really, really early, and I was so tired. I got up, got all the kids fed, dressed, all that good stuff. And Risa and I were snuggling on the couch.
So far, it sounds like all the days you tell me about.
Well, then I dozed off on the couch. And it was like, I wasn't sleeping hard. It's I was in that mom sleep where it's like...
Mom sleep?
Yeah, it's mom sleep. It's like when you're only like half asleep and you're still aware of like each child and what they're doing at the time. Like Reagan was listening to My Little Pony.
You keep telling yourself this is real.
Yeah, it really happened. I promise. Is mom sleep?
Oh, I believe.
There's going to be moms.
I believe you was in here sleeping while our kids was just running rampant in the house.
There's going to be some moms and they're going to tell us, be like, yeah, I know what you mean. It's like you doze off, but you're still aware of your kids. It's like your brain has like a satellite tag on each of your children at all times. It's mom superpowers.
It sounds like side effects from a weird drug.
No, it's completely real. It's a side effect of mom brain, I guess.
So what did your superpowers do to my house?
Nothing. I dozed off. And next thing I know, Riley comes over to me. He says, Mommy, someone wants to talk to you.
What?
And he hands me my phone. Well, my phone, you either have to know my passcode or have my face to unlock it. The kids can't unlock my phone.
What?
So automatically I was like, how? And they don't know how to answer. They don't know how to slide it to answer it.
Okay.
So I'm like, what in the world? He hands me the phone, and as he's handing it to me, I see 911.
Oh my God.
And then my heart just dropped. So I don't know how long he's been talking to 911. I don't know what he told them. What if he was like, yeah, my mommy's passed out on the couch, or like something like that. And the next thing you know, like there's cops in my house.
Is this a true story?
Yeah, he really called 911. And so I get on the phone and I'm like, hello? I was like, he's okay. Everything's fine. And the lady, she was laughing. This happens all the time, but like she had to get my name and stuff just, she said to close out the case or whatever.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah. So I looked at the time and he was on the phone with 911 for like a minute and a half, which is a long time. And I heard whenever he went to go hand me the phone, I heard the lady telling him, hand the phone to mommy. So yeah, I still don't know what he said to her. But anyway, yeah, she thought it was fun. And I'm sure it does happen a lot, but this is the first time it's happened to me with my child.
Wow.
And then, so after
you've been holding on to this for like...
Yes, I've been dying to tell you. So after I hung up with 911, I was trying to ask him, like, Riley, like, what were you talking about? And I asked him, I was like, who were you talking to? He said, Aunt Jen, which is my sister-in-law.
Right.
They're Aunt Jen. And so he, in his little brain, he had called Aunt Jen. And I told Jen this story just today. because I figured we were going to record tonight. And so I was like, you get to hear it before Bob does. Because I was like, I'm dying to tell somebody. But yeah, he was like, he thought he was calling Aunt Jen. And he called 911.
That's fantastic. You're a better person than me, man, because I'd have called you almost immediately afterwards.
My heart just dropped. I was like, oh my God. Like, my only thoughts was,
We've
I didn't
been
know,
tagged now.
even though I'm completely not guilty of neglecting my children, I didn't know what he told them or how it could have been interpreted. And I didn't want anyone to think that, my child is legitimately trying to call for help.
Mommy's eyes is closed.
And I was like, oh my God, we're fine. Everything's fine. The house is fine. He's fine.
She told me I had satellite trackers on me.
Oh my God. No, the kids are already horrified enough. Tomorrow's their birthday. And tonight when I was putting them to bed, we started talking about...
You tried to explain this to them, and I'm just sitting there watching going, oh my God.
We were talking about birthdays, and they still don't... I mean, they know all about like what a birthday party is and birthdays, and we get presents and it's fun. But I don't think they understand the concept that you have the same birthday and you have it every year, because like they keep asking me, Mommy, are we gonna have more birthdays? Which like always is like that horrifies me. I'm like, of course you're gonna have lots.
You're gonna have all birthdays. All
you're
birthdays.
Have so many more birthdays. And, and every time it kind of makes you go, oh God, because you just have that flash of, yeah. No, I don't even talk about.
But like your mama keeps acting that way. My birthdays is getting less and less and less.
Oh my God. Yeah, they keep asking me like, how many more birthdays are we going to have? And I was like, you only get one per year. And they're like, well, when's our other birthday? I'm like, you don't have another birthday. It's just the one. And both of you poor kids, you have to share. Yeah, it's not even like your own. You have to share your birthday. So like they keep asking questions. And so anyway, I was telling them that it's the day, I said, you were born on September 4th. And so every year on September 4th, we celebrate you being born. And
the same day as Black Widow's daughter, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Did I throw you off? I'm sorry.
Yeah. My mind just went blank. I don't even know what we're talking about. Oh, so they started asking questions about being born. And they've heard me talk about having a C-section before. And Reagan goes, Mommy, did they cut your belly? She's that's how she said it, belly. And I was like, well, yeah, they did. And,
that is definitely the sound clip of the week, by the way. It's going right up front as soon as people hit play.
I try to be honest with our kids without giving them age inappropriate. Like, I didn't want to be graphic.
They pulled my insides out and laid it on the table.
But yeah, I was like, they cut my belly, and like they've seen my scar and stuff. But yeah, Reagan was like horrified. She's like, well, why did they cut your belly? I was like, maybe they had to get you out safely.
Was this a good idea to tell them that, though?
Well, it's not like I just went in there with the intentions of telling them the story of their birth.
I know, I'm just saying, I don't want them to go in there and like grab a knife or something and try to get their own.
No, they were horrified.
Okay.
Yeah, we've had the discussion before that there's two ways that babies can come out of mommies. Mm-hmm. And they know that some mommies' bellies get cut.
Please don't say belly anymore.
That's how Reagan said it. It was so cute.
Don't do it.
It's so cute. It's not so cute when I do a... Yeah, she's like asking these questions and like we're getting just deeper and deeper and like why were there two babies in your belly at one time and stuff, and I'm like, we'll talk more tomorrow. That's what I told him. I was like, we'll talk more tomorrow. Like they were like, how big was your belly? Why couldn't your belly fit anymore? Because I told him that there was two babies and mommy's belly just couldn't hold them anymore. So the doctor had to get him out safely. And
because your legs were going all the way down to my kneecaps.
Oh God. Yeah, I'm not ready. I can't believe they're 4.
Well, they're not.
I mean, they will be here in officially 20, almost 25 hours.
Yeah, you still got a while. You still got a while.
Like I was thinking about it after I put them in bed. I was like, I remember 4 years ago this night, the night before they were born, I was in labor and didn't know it, and I was already in the hospital. For anybody who doesn't know, I had been in the hospital for a month, but it was like the worst night of sleep I've ever had. I kept waking up. I was in so much pain. I was having back labor. My back was hurting so bad. I just cried, but I suffered through it, man.
I was asleep on the couch. Now
it was rough.
Speaking of our rough little children, we got to tell everybody about this diary.
Oh my gosh.
So I want you to tell this story because you're the one that found it.
Yeah. Well, the other day I was sitting at the kitchen table and I was writing something, like a list of like birthday party stuff that I still needed to get. Something like that. It was something about the birthday party. And Reagan has this like planner, like a daily planner, that my mom gave her. It's from like 2012 or something. But anyway, there's like a section in the back that's just lined paper, like for notes. And then, there's a calendar section and stuff. Well, it was like the next to the last page on the lined pages, I saw where she had been sitting there writing while I was sitting at the kitchen table writing. But I looked and it wasn't your typical 3, almost 4-year-old writing. Like it wasn't just scribbles all over the page. I mean, it was little scribbly, wiggly markings, but it was like completely even and in between the lines. It looked like if you looked really hard and squinted, it looked like just any old handwriting on a page on the lines. But if you look close, it's not actually letters.
It's like alien writing.
It made the hairs on the back of my neck stand up.
Yeah.
It was that creepy. And then flipping through the calendar section, it has the blocks. And there was like a small mark just exactly in the center of each box for pages and pages.
I'm counting the days, Mother.
And it was fascinating because of her age.
Yeah.
But it was creepy. Yeah, like some alien hieroglyphics. Like I was looking at another language. It was creepy.
You know what we should do? We should take a picture of it and send it out in the email with this episode.
Okay.
So go to, if you guys want to get it, go to our Facebook page, and the email sign-up list is right at the top. It's pinned to the top. And we'll send that out because it's very strange. How about some news stories?
Okay.
We got to put the music in. All right, here it goes.
Welcome to the Bob O'Clock News.
All right, how about some news stories? Come on, work with me. I'm trying to make it entertaining. I'm trying to get people to...
Yes, I would love to hear your
There
news
we
stories.
go. See, teamwork. That's what we got. So this is the first story. Now I want you to look at this picture, and you tell me what the story is about. Describe what you're seeing.
Well, there's a dolphin for sure, and a lady. And the lady has her head thrown back, laughing, maybe?
You should let everybody know they're in the water.
Obviously, they're in the water. And she has one arm, like, hugging the dolphin. And she might be naked.
I think she is naked.
She's swimming uncomfortably close to a dolphin, and she's naked.
I didn't realize...
And she's embracing the dolphin.
When I pulled this picture off the internet, I didn't realize that she was naked. But it actually kind of works into the story. So, what do you think this story is about?
It looks highly inappropriate.
Yeah? Well, you are highly correct. This, I did a lot of research.
Oh, jeez.
I did a lot of research, and this is legit.
Oh, was it a video about the news story?
No, I'm just going to tell you about it. There's this dolphin in France. And
In the water?
In the water, not like walking on the...
Like in the wild?
Yeah. And he was kind of like a mascot at this beach, because he always hung around and like... He would like, make noises at people and let people pet him, and he was just wild. It was like going, I don't know, somewhere where they have dolphins in a pool and you get to like see him and stuff. Mm-hmm. But he was there. He liked people. Well, I guess he hit puberty, or I don't know what happened, but he started looking for a mate and then started inappropriately rubbing on people. And then he started to get aggressive.
Oh my gosh.
So they had to put a ban on swimming.
That's so creepy, because that like dolphins are so smart.
Yeah.
So like he knew what he was doing.
Oh yeah. But they put a ban on swimming, and then they found out that he had migrated up, so he left the beach.
Safe to get back in the water without being sexually harassed by a dolphin.
Yeah. Wow.
Could you imagine like family beach day and you just get like harassed by a dolphin in the wild? She looked like she's enjoying it. That's
the girl in the picture? Yeah.
Yeah.
That had nothing to do with that story.
Well, I mean, it seems
I Googled dolphin, and there was a picture of this woman hugging a dolphin, and I was like, oh, well, that fits.
Better than you realized.
Ooh. In Arizona, okay, check this out. This guy bought an old KFC, and there's a tunnel leading to Mexico.
Oh my God. Like how far?
Over 600 feet. And the best part is the tunnel.
So, I mean, we're talking like it was right near the border.
Yeah. So
Okay.
the tunnel
It was like miles and miles.
is not even big enough for like a child to go through.
What?
Yeah. It's a very small tunnel.
So.
And it turns out what they were doing was somebody on the Mexico border was tying drugs to a rope, and they were pulling it through this tunnel.
How did they thread the rope through there the very first time?
I don't know. How did they dig the hole? Like, how did the tunnel get there? It's not even a big tunnel.
I have so many questions. I mean, that's impressive.
It really is.
So, like,
They
how,
didn't
did
give-
they know how long?
They didn't give any of that detail in this story.
Now, was this tunnel, was it still in operation?
Yeah.
So this old abandoned, I'm assuming it was an abandoned KFC?
Yeah.
Not like an operational KFC.
No, the guy bought it. The guy that got arrested is the guy that bought it.
Did he just bought the building?
Yep.
Or like he franchised?
Oh, no, sorry. The KFC wasn't there anymore. It was just the building.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, it wasn't like you could go in and order chicken.
No, it wasn't.
Just a
It wasn't a KFC smuggling drug business. No,
Colonel Sanders done gone dirty.
these are my special herbs right here.
Wow.
So what were you saying? Oh yeah, like how did they build? How did they dig the tunnel? How did they get the rope in it the first time? Like these are all strange things. Like it's crazy. It's crazy. Like I think they need to let this information out. There needs to be like a
They're
movie.
scared that people are going to dig tunnels to Mexico
Yeah.
all over
Yeah.
the place, I guess. That's why they can't give you those details.
It's pretty wild, right? This next story, great. I think Andrew sent this. He sends me a lot of stories.
Okay.
Hey, he sent me one of these. I put it in there.
Isn't he the one who sent us the story about the Fatberg?
Yes.
That
Yes.
was fantastic.
That was a good story. This is another good one. I don't know that this is Fatberg good,
That was fantastic.
but this is pretty good. So, this guy's mother-in-law died, and he had to steal her body from the funeral parlor.
Wow.
Apparently, the funeral parlor was going under or something, and they just shut down with bodies inside the building.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So this dude's like, well, we got to have the funeral. Like, we have to have the funeral. And he goes to this other funeral parlor. I can't remember what the name was. And he was like, if I get you this body, can you do the funeral?
I'll bring you the body. Don't worry about that. Just can you handle it from there?
And I guess like the people wanted to work with him, And then the guy actually went to the police for like 2 weeks. Oh yeah, that was the story. He was going to the police for like 2 weeks. He was like, look, what do I do? How do I get the body back? Like, we can't get in touch with the owner. And then he's telling him, he's like, I'm going to break in. He's like,
crazy.
I'm going to break in and take this body out of
What
the
a
building.
sweet husband, though.
So he did it.
Would you do that for me? Would you steal a body from
When I
the-
take Audrey's body out of, man, I don't know. I love your mama to death. She might have to just stay in the building.
Oh, God.
No, I have reasons for that. Listen, it's not that I wouldn't want to do it for you. It's just that my job, if I get arrested, like I lose my job. Because in my daytime work, when I'm not doing funny podcast, like I go after bad people. So if all of a sudden I'm bad, then I can't do that job no more. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Yeah. So, no, probably not. Audrey just had to hang out in the building until, I don't know, like what if the power gets cut off and like,
Oh, my gosh.
like keep her. But, yeah, so he broke in, breaking and entering, he broke in and took the body.
Like, how?
He rented a van
Oh, my gosh.
to like put the body in and, just like drove the U-Haul over and was like, opened the bay, rolled up the bay door and there's just the body on the inside.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, like no casket or nothing. Just old wrinkly mother-in-law body.
Maybe he
She probably naked too, man.
You know, like those moving blankets, those big like
Yeah.
quilt-looking blankets that you put on furniture.
They wrapped her up in something.
I'm sure he probably did her courtesy.
Oh, that was the other thing. Like that body had no clothes on it. Think about it. We should ask your mom and be like, if you got locked naked in the building dead, do you want Bob to get you out?
Oh God. Well, if we have that conversation with my mom, I'm just saying right now that we have to record that because I want to know my mama's reaction because I couldn't tell you.
Well, so from the story I read, I didn't read anything about the guy having charges against him or anything.
The police probably felt sorry for him. Poor man, he was just trying to steal his mother-in-law back.
I did read that after it was all said and done, the police, they were able to maintain over 14 cremated bodies and basically turned them over to this other funeral home so that they could get them to the family. So they were like multiple families who couldn't get their loved one back. Yeah.
Wow.
That was something else. We got to ask your mama though. We'd be like, now keep in mind, Audrey, you're naked. Naked as a jaybird. And awfully pale. Because that's what happens to us white people when we die. We get real white. Do you like the Bob o'clock news? Do you enjoy it? Oh, I wasn't talking to you. I was talking to them. I'm doing my thing now.
Excuse me. Please carry on with your thing.
Okay. Do you like the Bob o'clock news? Would you like to hear more of the Bob o'clock news? More of these kid stories, kids calling 911, parents almost going to jail for neglect, that kind of stuff? Then go to patreon.com/The Bob and Katie Show and become a part of a, dare I say, family?
I think so, Bob.
Yeah. Not like our family, but like another family that we're a part of.
Like the secret life.
Yeah. Like I don't want to.
Secret life is your family that you keep hidden.
Right. And we're like the moochers of the family. Like y'all have to like help us. Because that's what this is about. Patreon.com/The Bob and Katie Show. Come be a part of a couple of moochers. But no, seriously, we got a bunch of bonus episodes on there. We started the new weight loss thing, which we need to get episode 2 to record and put out. Because we did some bad things this weekend, and I think we need to talk about it.
# peanut butter and jelly.
Yeah, bread. We bought 6 loaves of bread. We haven't had bread almost all year. And then we went in one big swoop and bought 6 loaves of bread. It was a bad weekend, and we should talk about it and ask for forgiveness.
Can I talk about buying the peanut butter and jelly?
Yeah.
So it just so happened, whenever I...
Oh, you mean on this episode?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm tired of hearing about peanut butter and jelly, but I guess so. That's nothing we've done nothing but talk about peanut butter and jelly for 2 weeks.
The kids' birthday party, the theme was peanut butter and jelly. I mean, super cute. They're twins. They came up with the idea, so I felt like I had to execute it really well. So we did a peanut butter and jelly bar. Bought a whole bunch of bread, several different varieties, different types of peanut butter, almond butter, cashew butter, different jellies, and then, everything.
Milk.
Yeah, we had like a variety of milk, and lots of other food. But anyway, I had to go to the store and buy all this peanut butter and all the jelly and stuff like that. It just so happened.
This woman's a freak.
I went to Walmart.
Why is she picking out all this peanut butter?
And it just so happened that I go over to the section that has the peanut butter and jelly, and the guy is stocking the peanut butter.
This dude's going to get so mad at you.
So I feel bad because I know he's trying to stock the section where I'm at.
That's almost as bad
but
as
I have to pick out, I'm like, okay, I need a creamy, I need a crunchy, we got the honey roasted, and,
you're picking out all these different kinds in front of this guy? I'm picking out
all the different kinds. And, trying to make sure I have a good variety and just comparing. And so I feel bad I'm standing in his way. And then second of all, I keep putting more and more peanut butter in my cart.
He's probably like, what is wrong with her?
And he's probably like, how much peanut butter does this lady need? And I tell him, I was like, if I'm in your way, just let me know and I'll move. I'm going to be here a while.
And he's like, listen, peanut butter lady, you
and
ain't
he's like,
in the way.
No, you're fine.
I just don't want to turn my back to you. I just want to make sure everything's all right.
Well, finally,
she about to make a bomb out of peanut butter.
I picked out enough peanut butter, and the jelly is directly across from the peanut butter. It's on the other side of the aisle. Yeah. So I scooch my cart over so this poor man can finish stocking his peanut butter, and I won't bother him anymore. And then I start picking out jellies. And same thing, I'm trying to get a variety of different types of
And
jellies.
did you hold it up and just shake it and go, this has to be jelly?
No, I did not.
Because jam don't shake like that.
Oh my God. So again, I'm standing there and I'm picking out, and I don't remember how many I get, like 5 or 6 different kinds.
Is it in the same aisle? Like the same dude is watching you doing this?
It's on the other side of the aisle. And finally he goes, "Are you finding everything okay?"
Oh, he's concerned at this point. He's like, I think I need to call the manager.
I don't know what he could have been thinking.
Dave, aisle 3, Dave.
This is very odd.
Code 18, Dave.
Well, like the way he said it, you could tell he was like confused. Like, what is she doing? So then I felt the need to explain to this stranger why I was buying. And I was like, my twins, they're turning 4, and we're having a peanut butter and jelly party, and I'm doing a peanut butter and jelly bar. And so I'm having to pick out all this peanut butter and jelly. I'm really sorry I'm in your way.
Dave, change that to a code 26. Hurry, Dave.
He was like, oh, okay. And he turned and walked away, and I'm sure he was probably going, oh.
Oh my God.
So then I go to the checkout, and I'm checking out, and I'm like, oh my God, I have this cart full of peanut butters, jellies, and bread, and on the bottom I got a helium tank. And I'm sure people were like, what in
You know what?
the world?
I don't care what anybody says. Cashiers judge you with the stuff you buy.
Oh yeah, I've been there, done that.
This happened to me one time. You called me and said you needed some pads, for your period. The pads. You use the overnight things.
Are you talking about when I sent you to the store for Oreos?
No. This was.
Oh, okay.
I don't even know if we talked about this before. You've done that plenty of times. So I go and I pick up your feminine products, right? And then I was like, I need to come up with something else because it's the right thing to do. And I got some chocolate and some wine. So I go through the line.
Oh my God.
And I normally like to go to self-checkout, but for some reason they were like all down. So I had to go, I was like, oh God. So I had to go through like a regular checkout line. And I put a bottle of wine, some pads, and some chocolate down. And the lady just goes,
oh God.
and like, she ain't say nothing. And I can't I'm like, do I respond to that whistle?
Oh my gosh.
Like, she was like, oh, poor guy.
Yeah, you definitely had her pity at that moment. Who knows, that same cashier could have seen you, come in later on with me. And, she was like, oh, she is a crazy something when she's on her period. So, therefore, I got judged.
Oh, yeah. Oh, when you went through the line, you had all the bread. They're like, how many kids does this woman have?
And a helium tank.
Speaking of kids again, I think we should make a sort of like a public service announcement. That might not be right. Kind of like when I told everybody, if I ever went missing, tell the cops to look at you first. Just to kind of like a CYA, I think we both need to let everybody know what's happening in our house right now. You went upstairs to the shower in our bedroom and tell everybody what you found.
The shower curtain?
Yeah.
I was taking a shower, and I go to get out, and when I went to go push the shower curtain open, and the clear liner part on the inside had like this big cut in it. It was probably about a foot long.
Yeah.
Right in the middle of the shower curtain, like just above like where the tub is. So like down low. And I was like, how'd that get there? And I even asked you, I was like, do you know what happened to the shower curtain? It was just a big cut. And it wasn't scissors.
No.
Scissors, no, that would have been from the outside. I mean, I realize you could, if you wanted to, cut in the middle, but still, scissors didn't make that.
Here's the deal. I got up close on that cut. My true belief is that it was either an extremely sharp knife or like a box cutter. Now, here's the scary part. I don't have no missing knives or box cutters in my bedroom. So one of them kids got a knife or something from somewhere and took it into our room and cut things. And I've yet to recover a knife. So either A, there's a knife that we're not thinking about, or a box cutter or something, or they put it back just to go, all right, I got this.
Which I don't know that we have anything like that within reach of the children.
Not upstairs. They would have had to come down into the kitchen and gotten some kind of knife, or gone into the garage and gotten one of my box cutters. It's creeping me out. And the little girl starts writing all this weird stuff in a diary.
Today she got mad at me and she said, she put her little finger and she said, I'm going to squish you down and sit on you. I'm like, where did she get these
That's what I'm
things from?
saying. That's what I'm saying. That's why
They
we need to let
think
people
violent
know.
thoughts, man.
If-
Violent.
If Katie and myself go under, somebody finds us, tell them to look at the kids first. People are like, this family, they don't trust each other. I got something else to talk to you about. With my job, I got to take a CPR class. And I heard some really cool stuff I want to tell you about in this class. First of all, you know what the Heimlich maneuver is?
Yeah.
Apparently the Dr. Heimlich, whatever his name is, that invented this, never used it before.
What?
Until like 2 years ago. He saved some dude in a restaurant.
Oh, he just thought of like, oh, this would be a good idea.
Yeah, but he never did it.
Like, not even after he had the thought, there was never an experiment. He never experimented.
Maybe there was an experiment like, hey, I'm going to choke you. I'm going to put some in your mouth and you're going to choke on it and I'm going to try to get it out. But I mean, I think that's very unlikely. I'm not sure how he did it, but
That's crazy.
The point is people have
it was obviously a good idea.
people have been using this for like 30, 40 years.
It's named after him.
Yeah. And he just in 2016, I think.
That's definitely newsworthy. Yeah. That's wild. That's blowing my mind.
Another thing we talked
Because
about.
how many things in the world are we just trusting the expert people? He's a doctor. He's an expert. He knows.
But they
and
said.
little do we know behind the scenes, the doctor's
said,
like, I don't freaking know. This sounds like a good idea.
We shouldn't trust anybody.
Like, that's what I gather
That's why I don't
from
like
that.
people. I was talking to somebody today, and I was like, you know how many friends I got? Like 3, maybe, at the most. Like, for me to just go, yeah, I talk to this person a lot. I text this person a lot. Like, I don't have many. I don't trust people. I don't like people. Like, I like groups, you know?
So you like a lot of people at one time. Just
Yeah,
not.
but like one-on-one, I don't trust one-on-one stuff. I need the group, like a group to be paying attention to me. Well, then I feel like I got a little bit of control. But like one-on-one stuff freaks me out, man. I don't like it.
Somebody likes the spotlight. Bob's a diva.
That's okay.
You are a diva.
Maybe a little bit.
You are.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god.
What were we
I'll
talking
be
about?
daggone if the shoe don't fit.
What were we talking about that we started talking about?
I don't know,
me
but
being a
you're
diva?
such a diva.
You need to leave me alone. All right.
Wow.
Check this out. Next thing he talked about was cardiac arrest. He talking about heart attacks and stuff like that.
Uh-huh.
And he told us about a case he had where a guy had a heart attack, like in a public restroom on toilet.
Like he was pooping?
Yeah.
Oh, what an inconvenient time for a heart
I
attack.
know. I was like, man, that's like the
Do
worst.
you think
way
he
to
was
be found.
like pushing real?
That's what I'm saying. You know, people were talking about it, and be like, oh my god, did y'all see how big the poop was? Did anybody see?
That poop gave him a heart attack.
I know. He must have ate too much cheese. Oh my god! Could you imagine eating so much cheese that your bug hole just stops working and you die? Like that's a lot.
Oh my god.
We're laughing at this poor dead man's expense. I mean, like I don't know his name. The story could be made up. I have no idea. But just to think about it,
Who's not fact checking now?
I'm not.
Dr. Bob.
Hey, a guy in a class, he told me this. It's got to be true.
It's gotta be.
But then he said something else, and my brain just about melted. I've been dying to talk to you about this.
Is there a direct correlation between your butthole and your heart?
No, what?
Oh, okay.
What are you talking about?
I don't know. You were talking about the guy dying on the potty.
I know, and then I said, okay, there's one other thing he said.
Oh, so that's not related to the guy on
No,
the potty.
I'm gonna flip.
Oh,
I'm gonna
okay.
flip the page here,
Okay.
and you tell me what you think he said,
Put your arms up.
and why would
Put your
you?
hands in the air if you just don't care.
Oh my God, you're too much. Why would you think that I would want to talk to you about that?
I don't know.
You told me your whole life, if anybody ever started coughing in your house.
Oh, if you were like choking my mom, yeah, put your arms up. And she was spat you on the back.
So explain to everybody this process that your mom.
My family is not the only ones, okay?
No, I want you to explain it because I'm telling you, I've made fun of this story. Like I've laughed at
Which is crazy to me. It makes complete sense.
I've laughed at this story because I can just, like in my mind, I just picture your whole
your
family.
kid starts choking, you arms up, you yank. You yank them up and start patting their back.
No, I'm just saying, like, the way you described it sometimes, like, a kid would start choking and you would just hear somebody scream, arms up!
Yeah, put your arms up. Put your arms up.
So he starts talking about something and he skimmed of, cardiac arrest and people choking, you put your arms up, and he kept talking. I said, whoa, 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 whoa. I was like, what do you mean put your arms up? He goes, you put your arms up. I said, is that real? That's a real thing? And he looks at me like I'm stupid.
Oh, I wonder why.
And I pull out my phone because I'm getting ready to start taking notes because I want to know what this is, because I've been making fun of you about your whole family telling people to put their arms up. And I didn't think that was a real thing. But he explained to me what it's about. I actually have scientific knowledge on why your mom screams at people to put their arms up.
See, moms know. You need to talk to your parents about why they never told you to put your arms up whenever you were.
You have a muscle, and when you lift your arms, it loosens up your diaphragm. Is that right? Did I say that word? Diaphragm, is that it?
Yeah.
And it enables your lungs to have easier passage up and down to breathe better.
Yeah, makes complete sense.
So I am here to say I'm sorry.
Are you retracting your statement?
I still think it's funny. I still think
it's not funny.
But I understand.
It's a
people
real
are
thing.
joking, Bob. It's not funny. No, but like, it's weird to me that like somebody would, like, if somebody's coughing, that you would just go put your arms up.
But in this scenario, you're the weird one.
You may be right.
The tables have turned.
Yeah.
The tides have changed.
I stand corrected.
Was that the end?
That is the end. That is the end of our slideshow. Our my masterpiece of conversation. Nobody can see it. It's just for us.
Why would you? Never mind.
But you don't want to know. You don't want to get inside this brain and try to peek around. Get in there with a flashlight. The batteries die. You get lost.
Because apparently it's full of misconceptions.
There's some clown in the corner just saying, we all float down here.
I would not be surprised.
Yeah.
The other day when we were having a birthday party, things were winding down. Your sister came aside and she said, do you have a red balloon? And then I got caught up in conversation. I never followed through. But I thought it was odd. Your sister was asking for a single red balloon.
Yeah, she asked me, and I didn't think about it either, and I just handed it to her. I was like, here's a red balloon.
Like, of all the colors and stuff.
Well, we had like 40 people in our house. I didn't have time to start questioning her on red balloon stories.
Well, next thing I know, your sister comes back inside, and she shows me a picture on her phone of her husband, our father-in-law, our brother-in-law, standing out at the corner of our yard where there's a street light, like the lamp post.
Holding a red balloon.
Yeah. And his name is George, and your sister calls him Georgie.
I didn't even put that together.
You didn't put
No,
you did?
I didn't put that together until just now. That's crazy.
It was Georgie.
This is what I thought about. I wasn't thinking about that connection. I was thinking about, man, I live here. Like, you freaking my neighbors out, and then you gonna go home.
And it's funny because, like, right across the street from that lamppost
there's a drain.
Is a drain.
Yeah.
Like,
That's why I don't go outside at night. I'm scared of the dark and I hate the sun. I just want to live inside all the time.
We also have a manhole, like, in the street.
I was like, what?
In front of our house.
Don't talk about my manhole.
What?
You pointed like down towards my lap. You were trying to point towards the street, but it freaked me out.
Our kids literally think that the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles live in that manhole, and they'll go out to the edge of the yard and they'll try to talk to them. And like, we were having pizza for dinner one night, and I was like, "Why they like pizza? Why don't you go invite them to dinner?" So Riley's on the edge of the street screaming to the Teenage Ninja Turtles to come have pizza at her house.
Now, I wasn't here for that. So you had our kids outside of the street screaming at imaginary stuff in front of our neighbors.
I gotta get my kicks where I can.
I love it. I'm kind of mad that you didn't let me see it.
Ask them tomorrow. Ask the kids tomorrow where the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles live. They'll tell you right out there in the street.
You know what? I do, before we stop recording, I do have one gripe about that birthday party.
What's your gripe?
Somebody broke my chair.
Oh, well, it wasn't me.
Well, I know who it was. It was a McKnight.
You don't know that.
I don't know that. Have you seen my family? Have you seen us? We're the kind of people that break chairs, Katie. all you got to do is sit down too fast. You know how hard it is not to sit down real fast when you super fat?
I know.
Like, you got to, like, use...
I think I'm the one who
Like,
broke
this
the
is something-
Adirondack chair out there.
Yeah, it might have been you that broke my chair.
It wasn't me. I didn't even sit in your chair.
This is something skinny people don't know. So if you've been skinny your whole life, listen to this. I'm going to tell you a struggle that fat people have. You got to use the same muscles to sit down as you do to get out the chair. Because if you sit down too fast in plastic chairs, they'll just make a cracking noise and you'll go through them. Inside chairs, like recliners, you sit down too fast, it'll make a popping noise and the spring will come up and get you in the butt. So when you sit down, you got to use extra muscle to not let all the fat fall heavily. But somebody didn't do that. Somebody didn't use them muscles. Somebody sat down in that chair. If when you buy them from the store, it's only rated for 225 pounds.
Those camping chairs?
Yeah. You got to get one of the ones that say extra large, and I think they go up to like 300 or something like that. Well, here's the deal. I've lost a lot of weight, but I ain't under 225 pounds. And I don't know. I might be the skinniest person in my family now. Yeah, when the McKnight sat down quick, broke the plastic stuff all off that chair. I sat on it. It stabbed me in the leg.
I did sit in your chair the other day. That's right. It was after it was broken, though, because it stabbed me in the leg. I went to go get up. I was like, what is that?
Did you break my chair?
I did not break your chair.
Well, here's the deal. I ain't mad. Chairs come, they go. I've been fat my whole life. Chairs don't last. I get it. I just want to know who did it. And I promise I won't. Just somebody let me know. Send me a text. It was one of my family. Y'all got my number. Shoot me a text. Let me know who did it.
It's a trap.
That way. It's not. I won't talk about you on the podcast. I promise.
It's a trap.
All right. You want to go to bed?
I am pretty tired.
Find your laugh. Oh, you're like what? I'll try.
Oh, I was gonna say I'm birthday party hungover, and not like grown up birthday party hungover.
Yeah.
Kid birthday party hungover.
Just
exhausted.
Okay.
Anyway, yeah.
You good?
Yeah.
Find your laugh.
Find your happy.
This has been a Cabcast Studios production. For more episodes and information, visit cabcaststudios.com.